at this setup. And who do we have with us today? We've got
Everyone else.
DM Adam and
Squee the Artificer.
Squee the Artificer.
Diogenes, Wizard of the 7th level of Avalon, Master of Steel and Sword, Entertainer of Light and Illusion to Fire of Death, Champion of the Cliffs of Insanity.
Was he gonna
Humans know
do
me
this
as
every
Noldor.
time?
Not every time.
Oh,
The dwarves know me
Is that
as
part of the name, not every time?
Stoneboner.
next time.
And I am known in Rome as Nanius Maximus. My friends call me.
I'm Nolan.
Call back.
He's
to
Noman.
Yeah.
And
however
we got
many years ago.
Aegis. And I am Pierre Podleon, the Gloomstalker Assassin. Battlemaster.
So the
I'm
party,
a jack of many things.
last game, the party took out the blue dragon that was in this temple that you guys had been teleported to by the Kalasham. Now, after the attack and you guys are resting, the young, and I, like we discussed with the dragon hide, you cut off your swath, and people were, if they could take some, I need to know if they have it with them or not. Otherwise, they don't. You buried the remains of the dragon in the desert. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And we had a really good hide check on it, if
Yep.
I'm not mistaken.
29.
Yeah.
The Noman, you had done the commune with nature. You revealing that there is a font of healing down. It would have been the basement level in the cistern of this like small wave-sized chapel. It's buried in sand, and then the ruins of this place where you were teleported to, and the tabernacle. I think it's called tabernacle. He is very apologetic, and you passed your inspection if you were trying to like ask him for was he like, did he know about it or not? Like, no, he legitimately thought this was a safe place to teleport into. While that happens, the tattoo on his head glows a faint yellowy green kind of color, and his eyes kind of gloss over. And he approaches the party, and not in his voice, in the old man's voice, Donovan Two Fingers. He says, "1,000 pardons for where you had arrived. We figured not being directly in the city would have been the best choice. They don't take kindly to outsiders and give you a stable, solid place where you could find healing and respite in this tabernacle. But that does not seem to be the case. You know, again, he's very apologetic for it. He warns you that he's had reports that because of the expansion of the desert from the south, things that dwell deep within the desert are pushing their way north, monsters and whatnot, which have been pushing everybody else north and out of the southern four strongholds. So he tells you that he hasn't heard anything coming out of Memnon for the last 2 weeks. He hasn't heard word or had any kind of.
Does he want to send some people down? Because he can teleport more people here.
He can do that. He can do that one time per day, and then like that's the kind of thing that he has to wait until the next day to do so.
But if he wants to send some people down and start cleaning it up, it might be a good spot for them to start transporting people down here as we.
It's the least he can do after he sent us here.
Yeah, but how many of them are going to be able to get back? Right? So he's going to be sending people down, then he's going to have to send himself down afterwards. And wait a few days, so he sends each one of them back.
Start
You're solving. Think you solving the world's problems, Adam.
I'm just suggesting that it would help them too if
100%
they want to
it would,
reestablish themselves down here. This is a great spot,
He
especially with the healing and the.
he said, I will send people when I can tomorrow to excavate the site and secure it as a spot where you can have nearby, not far from Zaspur, but not in the city, you know, and Tabernacle will be your servant.
We know there's a teleportation spot there. So as long as there's somebody there who can cast teleport.
Which
for
currently
us.
there isn't.
No, but there could be.
Yeah.
But that's part of it is establishing this as a you know, a
Yeah.
regular spot to get people back and forth.
Here, not necessarily for.
Well, if you
Yes.
start sending people who can do it.
Yeah. But there aren't that many people that he knows. Like, it's a 7 level.
That sounds like a his problem.
It sounds like a them problem. I understand exactly what you're saying.
It's summon commander.
So, you guys are, you waited till night. 12 hours, you buried what was left. As you venture out, you say you're going to head out ahead and scout the area. You ask, he gives you the direction towards Zasper, which is to the, basically almost like to the west. You're going to be approaching it from the this side of Zasper, where the hand is, from the southeast. Okay, the orientation of this is going to be relevant. So it's going to take you an hour and a half traveling, and you're traveling at night. You head out first. You have your checks 29s, and you are basically, as soon as you take steps 2 feet away from the fire, he's gone. Okay. Are you doing? You're not using Patch of the Trace. You're just doing your basic
I don't
stuff.
even really need it anymore.
Say it.
Just
It gives you an extra
absurdly-
+10. You don't
Yeah.
need it, but it gives you +10.
I'm already at 29. I'm good on that roll.
Yeah, you're good. So you venture out, and as you're going, you can hear. Why? Give me a nature check. Give me a nature check. Right, Jason. So dog.
And is this before I leave, or this is after I've left?
This is after you've
So I've
no, you're away. You're not with them.
Okay.
You're venturing ahead.
Yep.
Right, you said, right?
not 20.
Oh,
I
wow.
wasted it.
Good.
Oh, maybe I didn't waste it. We'll find out.
You pick out 4 different like tones and calls back and forth between wyverns that are like kind of in the sand. You can hear them scrounging off in the distance, kind of away from this area, maybe like 1,000 feet.
Have I heard wyverns before?
You with your nat 20, you know what they're supposed to sound like based on your studies. You've heard wyverns at the tower with Theodore. He had wyverns that were there, and he said something specific to do with wyverns. But there's 4 of them, and there's no nest that you encounter, but you can hear 4 of them. They're like digging through the sand. You can hear them if you approach from like a distance. You know, if you watch them, if you do, you see this like they're smelling the air and digging.
That's my job, is to
Right.
watch them. So I guess how far am I from the rest of the party at this point?
If they haven't left, you're 1,000 feet.
Oh, if I'm just that close, I'll go back and I'll tell them. There's 4 wyverns that are digging around, and are they
Okay.
coming towards me?
I rolled a 17 on my check, so I
So
I can't
close.
find you. Oh no, 17 would have been like I don't have a +10.
Oh yeah,
They're wyverns.
Did
So what-
wyverns speak Draconic?
They don't really speak.
They're more animal,
more animal,
than
okay.
anything else. Yeah.
But yeah, your character was.
So I report that back to the party then.
Then they're
Then I'll go
they're
with
looking for something. They're like, they are moving toward this area.
Okay.
And you guys, you know to be on the lookout for wyverns. And with your nat 20, you can lead them away so that they're not going to, they're probably scavenging. They probably smell the dead meat that's 12 hours old now, and are going to start moving in for it.
Mm-hmm.
They're cautious because they've been in this area for a bit, and there was a blue fucking dragon sitting over there not long ago. So, you guys are heading toward the city
We
of.
would have stored the meat separate. Good stuff.
I think
that was-
But you buried it.
Yeah.
But you buried it.
I don't think we had time to do that. That's what he said it would take us 2 days. So we just
No.
buried
to
it.
get the
buried
meat
it.
to get the meat and everything. If you
Yeah.
wanted the meat and you wanted to expose it all and have the like dragon meat
Cured
to
it.
sell, which would have been worth a fucking fortune,
Okay.
right? Like
We've got some scales and hide and that stuff. We're keeping that separate from.
And bone. I
chunks
wanted
of
some
meat.
bone. I want like one piece
Okay.
of bone for a sword.
all I'm
If
saying is
ever
that
it gets to
they're
that
looking.
point.
They're gonna find it. The wyverns are gonna find it. They're gonna eat the meat. They're gonna dig it out, whatever. But they're they're around. You know they're looking for a meal.
It would be nice to sell that.
Is what it is.
What we're doing.
But you also know that when they teleport people into this area tomorrow, he can they're gonna be teleporting them into an area where there's wyverns.
What's that one?
So
Are we also gonna tell him that there's like he's gonna find the dragon meat if they're excavating? So do we just tell him that it's there.
You didn't
Well,
bury
I
it
mean-
near that area. You
Oh.
said you buried it. You guys hit it with like the good stuff, like
Yeah.
the skin and
Yeah.
and
That's well hidden.
with a height of 30.
Oh,
Didn't
But you
someone
did
put
with
a
the fonts
swing over
location
it?
and all the
We
meat.
just
Yeah,
had
You've
such a
heard
good
people
hunt
that
on
think that track by scent and whatnot.
They'll
They're
find it.
We'll find them.
Yeah.
But when we reported,
But you
we
separated
would have
it.
reported all that to what's his name when we had
Yeah.
the
Okay.
conversation.
So it takes him 10 minutes to do the ritual that allows him to open up the channel to do that. So on your travel, you have to stop and he does the ritual. You give him the information.
If he's riding on top of me as and
Oh, you're
Isn't
gonna let
that
him
right?
ride
I
on
was
your. You're
riding.
gonna let him ride on your
Oh,
in
but
between
I'm
your
too
humps.
much,
You've got your shoes
and then he
on.
can do it.
Can
while
he?
we
But
keep
he
walking.
he really wants to sit in between the two humps.
Fair enough.
No,
Never mind.
it's
Continue.
awkward. As soon as he sits on you, you know it's awkward.
Stopping for 10 minutes is not worth it. Go
Do the
ahead.
humps vibrate?
Dislodge.
A little floppy.
And did we decide you could, or couldn't put on the shoes?
No. Yeah, they have
You
to
had to
be.
hammer them in.
Yeah,
He's gotta
for
take
Horseshoes don't just.
Yeah, there
I
was
thought
horse.
because they were magical, they would just fit me.
They will once they're hammered in. Yes.
It said it fixed.
You don't have hooves either to nail it to.
Okay, so I can't wear them.
Well, he can make something that is affixed to your foot that has them on.
Eventually.
You have to put them
I
on when
understand.
you're in the
I
thing.
I could. Maybe that's one of the things we'll negotiate with. Slippers.
Yeah.
Horseshoe slippers.
So, that being said, you guys are traveling by night. You can hear these wyverns in the distance.
How
Overhead.
tough are wyverns with this natural 20? Can we take them?
They're
Tough enough.
You would know.
especially with a group of 4 of them, right? They're the
I mean,
ones
we
that
just fucked up a blue dragon.
yeah, but 4 of them. That's like 1v1 kind of stuff versus.
Well, no,
Well,
we're,
I don't
Yeah.
we're a
remember what
team.
wyverns are. They're like, how tough
They fly. They
Okay.
fly. They
Six.
won't be fast.
oh, channel 6.
But there's 4 of them.
I know they're poisonous, right?
So, you're traveling.
I have fun
Multi
wyvern
attack plus
20 years,
13s.
It's 20 years.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's not as severe, but it's kind of like picture it like a dulled down version of like Pitch Black, where they're leading them through the night. Like you can hear these wyverns just off in the distance. Okay. He's leading you across this valley. You can see the lights from the battlements of the city off in the distance. Okay. Carl, with your, you know that if there's 4 wyverns, there, who knows how many there could be around. Okay, so I'll take perception check.
Can I just use my passive or
Sure, if you want. Sure.
it's a 20?
Anybody gonna?
Oh, and I guess I can get a no. I can't get boosts on that, right? Because it's just passive. Yeah.
Okay, so as you're walking through town, across the sand, you can kind of hear it's dark out, and you're ahead of the party by how much?
We'll say the 1,000 feet.
You're staying like 1,000 feet ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Like a good amount. That I can get back there if I need to, but
So you're not moving as part of the party.
no. I'm sorry.
So I need a stealth check from the party. Does anybody have? Who doesn't have? Does anybody not have dark vision?
Actually, I'll say 600 feet.
This is
That's
just a
all right. I'm
perception check?
600 feet.
No,
Oh, wait.
Stealth.
Stealth check.
You farted, and it's gross.
19
It's gross.
plus my dex. 23.
I do not have
Okay, so
18.
stealth.
I'm an elf.
30 stealth check. Okay.
I have expertise.
Okay.
Yes.
Stealth.
And I've got 60 bright, 60 dim. Like mine's 120.
Oh, okay, but it's still just, is it regular vision or is it just it's still just dark vision? It's dark
So
vision.
60 feet is bright, and then
So 60 within, so your first 60
And
feet
then-
is daylight.
yeah, and then 60 is dim after that.
That's cool. Makes sense. You're a goblin.
So okay, so who was the lowest? You got travel. You're traveling as a group, right? You got a 30.
It was like 18 or something, whatever Matt rolled.
18 was
So you can hear something kind of scurrying in the sand behind you. And Carl, while you're up there ahead,
600 feet, like I said.
yeah, your foot hits something in the dirt. It sounds like it hits metal, like without looking, your foot just hits it. You kind of fall down, you stumble. It's like it's not metal. It might be wood, maybe, but it's like a cuirass of some kind of curved, strong material. You guys are walking, and you can hear something kind of shifting in the sand behind you. Okay.
Do you feel like it's coming towards us, or it's just kind of
It's
moving in
there.
the sand?
It's there. Something shifts. The sand is shifting in the sand. It's not overly windy. Something moving in the sand behind where you just come from. Right.
It'll take a few moments to quickly look down and see what it is. Almost tripped over.
It's like a large chitinous shell from a large kind of like an oncag type creature, like an insect, but it's all dried out in the shell. It's just the exoskeleton.
Ooh.
Right? But it's like just part of it. So whatever it was, it's part of it. One of those creatures. It's not a whole creature, but it's around.
You can make badass armor out of those guys in Baldur's Gate too.
Yep.
So
Yep. You find them in the fields, if I'm not
You do?
mistaken.
Well,
Yeah.
one of the first places.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to slow down to only 30 feet instead of 40 feet, so I can make sure to be a little bit more cautious. Now will keep me in pace with the rest of the party.
the highest passive perception among party members, party over there is what? 23. There's like you hear something sniffing like behind from where you were, and you look back. You can put your pieces by that rock structure by you met. That's just like a. That's just a.
I actually think. Well,
As you still use your.
I get a +5 from wearing that shield.
Or you absorb
You
it.
absorb it.
Mhm.
Still,
Oh, I
still,
get it.
you
still.
still
Oh,
get it.
okay. Then there we go. Cool.
Yeah. Put your where's.
Opposite side. Excuse me. One over here.
Yeah, I
Not
think
Yeah,
we're all-
right by that thing. That's like a dune, so that's not like a hard edge. It's just like a.
I guess.
Where's my guy?
Oh wait.
Oh,
Where'd the
I'm over here,
horse go?
so I'll
There's a
probably put my
horse on
guy
here
up over
last
here.
Yeah, there is. Oh, I put it back on the shelf over there. It's on the shelf.
I was 600 feet-ish. Remote control for my TV.
Okay.
Take it away from the kids. Just watch TV if they have power.
So, you kind of hear the sand, like something shifting in the sand over in this direction, just the other side of this hill here. But it's kind of like clawing at the earth in that location.
What time of day?
Night.
Night.
You're traveling at night.
How
So-
far into the night?
11 o'clock. You rested for 12 hours. It's
I'm
Clear
trying to find
sky,
out to get out of my
moon,
form
stars.
anyway or not.
moon, clear sky,
Right.
no wind. Right, not a full moon. Not a full moon. Like there's moonlight, there's stars, but it's desert.
It was pretty flat, so
Click
we'd
my
see
heels and I fly up.
humps basically.
Okay, so you fly up, and yours is
Right.
up to 120, right?
No, I think it's just my normal.
No, but your vision.
Oh, my vision. Yeah.
So everybody stops. I'm assuming.
I'll fly 30 feet up and then look back.
Watching him.
Okay, kind of half buried in the sand, you can see bits of. There's like a dull kind of blue, because you can see in color. There's like a blue kind of fog, like barely lit fog, but pulling bits of dead, dried out creatures out from the pile. Okay. They're just like,
I'll let the party know or something.
oh, I need this guy. Where'd he go?
I should probably get out of my form.
There he is. Wait,
I'm on your back.
you can't just. And he drops to the ground, which you just changed. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's what you see. You see, like this insect-like creatures, like parts, like where it would have been like where it died and dried out. They're kind of like shifting together. The sand's kind of moving them together. It's 11 o'clock, roughly. Carl, you hear similar sounds of like from where you're inspecting it. You start to see the piece that you're inspecting. The sand kind of moves it like a conveyor belt slowly in the direction where there's another piece that's not quite buried.
Is it towards the party?
No, it's towards the other pieces.
Okay. I'm still pretty good. Then in that case, I'm gonna kind of just
So
like stay
think
hidden.
Hellboy and the Golden Army. Yeah. How those creatures like kept reforming. The sand's just pulling the pieces of these husks together. It's slow. It's slow going, but it's happening. That's a good representation of what the creature would look like if it was fully formed, but you can just see the sand kind of moving those pieces together. That's the sound you heard, was these things kind of moving through the sand, brushing past like brush and debris, kind of blinking against each other, around sand. So you know that that's happening, and you know that that's happening in multiple places. Carl, you see that over here. I'll put another piece.
We might want to just move
Kind of
to get away from it.
starting to pull them pieces of themselves together. Okay. Do you alert anybody that it's not? They're not attacking you. They haven't. It's not like
Not
anything.
much I can do.
It's not like anything's recognized. Like has spotted you.
Well,
But it's just that they're just pulling these pieces. Or just
I am
moving
gonna
them.
cast Pass Without Trace on myself now.
How far away are you?
Gives me an
From
extra
us?
+10. 600 feet. So I can still longbow if I need to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say we need to just keep moving. Hopefully we can avoid.
Do you call that
weapons.
out? Do you like you guys so you know what's happening way back there? You can't 600 feet. You can't see that.
I'm not yelling to him, but I'll tell the party.
I considered message, but you're too far.
Can silence be cast on an object?
Yeah, I think so.
The duration of a 20-foot radius secured on a point you choose within range.
I don't think it can move.
Doesn't move with you though.
No, yeah, that's just a singular point.
I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I was
smart.
gonna like cast on a rock and walk with it.
Are you pretty OP? Cast silence on this rock. Throw it towards the.
The
Because then you
The
just
casters,
cast.
yeah.
I was gonna say you would just
Pick
cast
up
it
the
on
rock
the wizard
again when
and
it's
the wizard
done,
can't.
Yeah,
You never get out of
cast
it.
it on his hat. Right.
Yeah.
So, that being said, you can see if you're just continuing to move, you're not going to wait and inspect while these kinds of things happen. As you quickly travel, you guys, you're not.
I'm no longer moving. I'm waiting for the party to catch up to me. Basically.
So
In fact, I'll kind
you
of.
move away from there.
I'll go over to this and hide near the rock
Okay.
instead.
So if you observe from the top of the rock,
Yep.
you can kind of see multiple areas around where this kind of activity is happening.
I no longer even make footprints or anything. Just so you know, I'll pass without
Yeah,
tracing.
yeah. It's not that anything's. It's not that anything's like going at anybody directly. It's just that this is what happens.
There's activity happening.
There's activity happening. something pulling these husks of things together. You wait for the party and everybody catches up. Now you're about, we'll say 1,000 feet from the gate. So if you want to put your pieces, if you're all moving together, you can be down by.
Well, once they catch up, I'll
Yeah.
keep a smaller distance between us. So if they're there, then I'll be here.
Which
If
like
they're
over
over
here.
I'll be there.
Right?
We're coming down this way, right? To this?
Yeah, you're coming down this way towards this, right? So
Should we maybe just?
I just want to know. I don't want to put you guys right up here.
We want to be around the trees for a little bit.
It's just so from what's coming next. I want you. You're 1,000 feet away, so I can just do this. If you're moving together, the edge of the map would be like here would be where you get to, and then what transpires from there.
So we're changing the layout
Because
now
it's
it's
not
closer. Got it. So in
different
that case,
spot,
yeah,
right?
So I'm gonna move my guy. Then I know I don't want to be all the way up at the
Mhm.
front either. I'll be more around here. in
Right?
that
It's
case.
not. It's
Yep.
not just
Yep.
the same spot. You're moving around the desert, right?
Love it.
Okay. See how easy it is when you actually
What
have
happened
the
to my
stuff.
guy?
You'd have to find another map if we were doing this on
Where
Rolls
did I
Funny.
go? Oh, I don't want to be with them. Crazy talk. I'm over here.
Okay. Now, this has been going on. You guys have been traveling. It took you an hour and a half, roughly say an hour and 15 minutes to get to the area where you guys have gotten to. That's with you're traveling quickly. That's with stopping for 10 minutes to allow the guy to cast the ritual and allow the conversation. Takes you guys about an hour and 10 minutes to get here. You're still all fully rested and all that. This guy's not here because he's not here. That being said, from the distance you're at, this place is lit. You can see on the walls of this building, which are quite high, as represented here, they're about 40 feet high. There are a lot of scratches on the outside, and like a fair amount of these bodies of these creatures are reassembling at the walls. They're still in the stages of reassembling at the walls of this building.
Would our guide recognize this building?
Yes, this is the outer wall of Zasper. Okay, so I'm putting these out because they are where these things are being kind of reforming. Okay, you guys with a 23 passive perception, you have a lead. Yours is 23.
Mine's only 20.
20. That's fine. You know that this is happening. You start to see these things kind of assembling, and because it's been going on now for like an hour since you spotted it, they're almost fully assembled.
Right.
Okay. The young boy starts running ahead, starts shouting out, like hollering to people on the wall that they have visitors, guests. He's shouting out. You recognize him, say Donovan. They don't understand that when he says two fingers, but you recognize the name when he's shouting out. He's got his hands like held out clearly, and he's letting his presence be known. Okay, and you can hear, people calling back, to hurry, right?
Run.
Hurry, right? But they're gonna hold. You don't hear them saying hurry. They're saying it. You
Right.
have comprehend languages, right? You'd have been casting that when he's doing this.
Absolutely.
I'm assuming. Yeah, sorry, because you had it on before, so I was
Nope,
telling you what they were saying.
Totally happy to do so.
So,
Good suggestion.
so that's you hear the conversation of him calling out. That they have guests on a mission from his father, seeking respite to help find out what's going on, more about help the problem. Seeking audience and refuge. And they responded back that they need to hurry. If you're coming in, they'll open the gate when you're here, not before. And they shoot like an arrow over in this direction that's just illuminating that this one is, so you can see what's going on, kind of to indicate that okay. So he no longer wants to run ahead. So he's gonna stay there seeing that thing and hearing their warning. He's gonna wait for his very large friends to catch up with him. He's gonna walk in the middle of them since he can't go on the back of them. We don't need to do this in initiative if you don't want to, but if you, I mean, I guess maybe we should. Okay. So we just go around. We can just go clockwise. If that works for people, or counterclockwise. Odd or even, Adam. Oh, so you go left.
I'm flying.
Carl, you're up here. You see them shoot an arrow over in that direction.
I hold my action right now and wait for
You
other
wait
people
for
to kind of
everybody.
catch up. But that doesn't mean at the end of the combat sequence, I'm gonna want.
I'm
to
just
take my
counting.
turn.
I'm just counting turns. Just counting rounds. That's all. You would move up your speed.
Yep.
30, 60.
Gonna move up. Are these squares
An
roughly
inch.
the
Yeah.
same?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So best blanket. I'm so happy Ange bought this blanket. 30 feet, 6 squares, and then
6 squares.
yeah, and then 60 feet is. He's not gonna.
Only 25.
Less, a little
Yeah,
less.
and
than
as you
six.
move up, you can see beyond. You can see beyond these palm trees that
Yeah.
are.
Sure,
There's a
you're
lot of
real
sand.
fast
Kind of.
because
They're not
great
doing well.
opportunity.
They're still alive, but they're not.
I'm gonna
They're not
cast
doing
Sanctuary
well.
also.
And you can see, that just up on just up this way, there's a river that's like a large, but it's brackish water. It's built,
Right.
there is a river, but these plants aren't doing very well. Right, there's a river to the north, and then there's the Stars Fire. So, sorry, river to the south. You guys are on this side of the actual map.
So these things are just kind of pulling themselves together at the moment.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
not
kind of
really-
like it's, and
they're not
and they
moving
tell you that
around.
this has been happening every night. The guy shouts to the if you have comprehend languages, he shouts to the young child who relates to the party that apparently this kind of reforming and just random kind of shambling things is what happens around here almost every night.
It's just, and we'll find out if this is a new thing or if this is just a regional thing.
So I'm gonna. All right. So I have under Battle Master. I have know your enemy,
Yes.
which mentions spend at least 1 minute observing or interacting with outside the combat.
Okay, we're not in combat, so you've
So
seen
I-
these things kind of assembling.
Yeah. So I'm gonna maintain that observation.
Okay.
Tells you if the creature is equal, superior, or inferior in regards to 2 of the following characteristics. Choice. Strength, dex, armor class, current hit points.
No fighter class levels.
So I would say I'm more interested in.
You get to pick 2, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say armor class. And strength. A lot of my stuff.
If they're the creatures that they were when they were alive, their strength you would expect them to be super. What's your strength score? Yeah.
Mine's only 10.
Okay, so
But
you're superior.
I would know. Right, I would know.
So you're superior in strength, right? And
They have less
no,
than
they have no more.
Okay.
They're
They
superior.
are
to him.
superior to
And they have an armor class. I'll tell you, it's 18. I'll also tell you that through your observations, it's not like these creatures are not the actual. They're just husks. There's
For sure.
something. There's something like
Yeah.
holding them together.
Yeah.
Pulling them together all the time. Right.
Interesting.
And it was 11 o'clock when you left, so, so we'll say it's getting close to midnight. Right. So as midnight approaches, these things are assembling. Right. So you've moved up. So that's what you know. They're probably their armor class is superior and their strength score. Well, their armor class is 18 and their strength score is superior to you. Unless it's like there's a tier system of what you know about it, or it's just superior relative to you.
No, it just basically says that the creature is equal, superior, or inferior guards.
Okay. So we're gonna go with that. This gate is this one here.
That's sick. There's actually a map of Zaz's.
Carline's gate.
I wish this guy would have better ways for us to give him a coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, Carlight's gate. I love it. That's my favorite gate. Even though it's a K, Carl. I'll forgive it.
It's a K, Carl. The K girls don't count.
We might arch
You hear
on the
that?
side.
All the people out there
Are they all German?
in Twitch
What's
land.
that?
Are they all
They're
German?
K
more,
Carls
they're more
don't count.
German. Even though I am German, they're more German.
They're more German than you.
So anyway, so that's this gate, Carline's gate. Okay, you guys are approaching from this direction. It might be out of sorts, but for our purposes today, it will do.
Still in initiative.
I wouldn't. Yeah, it's your turn. We're just
gonna
going. We're just going around the table.
We're gonna go together because I'm gonna pop up on his backpack.
Okay.
I have very low movement.
Okay, you put them up on your shoulders like a monkey and his.
This is not the first time.
No.
We know
Yeah.
what
We're
You just sit out. You sit out your legs in right onto his backpack and sit on the top where his bedroll is. It's comfortable.
It's
Yeah.
perfect. It's a little seat.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much do you weigh?
I know my model's a little bigger, but that's so I could paint it. Like I'm small.
Yeah.
I'm very small.
like a large.
Yeah, he's the same. That's a gnome. That's a gnome size piece.
Yeah.
But I like your mini. It's a very nice mini.
I'm not good enough at painting.
You did a pretty good job on that.
It
Anyway,
all becomes dry brushing when they're that small.
So at this point,
Why bother with the detail?
I am
Colors, dry
I am
brush.
beholden to Jay's movement.
Okay.
At this point,
Jay,
I
so
will. I'm not.
you
I'm
can
not.
move 70. Yes.
I'm not quite.
I can.
You're a high elf, so 60 if you want.
So 60, and then I'm bladesmith,
Okay.
which gives me an additional 10.
Okay. You can echo knight yourself too.
And I can
Before we
activate
move away, I am going to emboldening bond. You're not with us, right? So the four of us have that 1d4 on one thing per turn. Okay, and that's an
No, you
attack
get it,
roll,
and I don't. This time
saving
we
throw, or
traded spots.
ability check.
Do you move? If you're moving 60, it's 12 squares.
Yeah, so it'd be 12.
However, did you want to move?
So are these? That's
Each
a
one's
square.
5. Yeah,
One,
that's a square.
two, like the little squares, or like
No. The little squares. Each square is an inch.
1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Does that work?
Yep.
So we're there.
You stand in the tree back up. Yeah, that's fine.
I will also
They don't
bonus
get the
action.
Lorax
And
over
that
here,
represents
right?
this big pile of sand. As best I can, because I don't have very much desert terrain, to be fair. That represents a pile of sand that's accumulated over the trunks of trees and kind of built up in like a dew.
Right.
And those are the trees that are
Sticking up through it.
I will bonus action cast on his back again, sticking up like over the top.
So when you're the target, cool. And then you move your feet. You cast Sanctuary bonus action, and then that's it.
That's my turn.
That's done.
And I did the
Um,
emboldening piece.
I guess I would
Emboldening
get
bond.
action.
So you doubled your movement.
That's true. I did double.
You get a bonus action if you want.
And the blade
Blades.
was the bonus action. Good.
Just sweet.
I'm
You are flying or not still?
I'm flying. I'm gonna summon an Eldritch Cannon as my action, and then I'll move 6 squares towards.
3, 4, 5, 6.
And then since I'm at the end of initiative here, I'm just gonna go.
The Eldritch Cannon. Do you need a mini for that? Sorry.
You're the start of
Must have stopped my action.
Yeah, but
Oh, you mean
I held my
I can give
action,
you a mod
and then
draw.
I'll start
Mod
again.
draw.
Since I'm observing these guys, I'll do a nature check as my thing.
Okay.
Since I'm at the end there. And I don't know shit about shit. I have 7.
These aren't natural.
Cool.
Even that, I'll tell you that they're not natural.
Cool. All right. So now it's me again, and I'll hold action.
So sorry, it's before it's you again.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So these things begin to they stand as they kind of rise up. You can see there's a faint blue light. You see two kind of faint blue points of light as they stand up, and you can hear kind of sand like through a sieve as the sand pours out of their hollow husk. Right?
Very the mummy.
Right.
Okay, maybe I don't hold my action.
Okay. As it does so, it starts to move toward the wall, stops, and something kind of almost like it's being pulled in this direction. Okay. The same thing. This one stands up. Same thing. It moves toward the wall, and then it feels as if it's being pulled over into this direction. This one would stand up and is clawing at the wall, and that one can stand up and begins kind of clawing and climbing at the wall. And as it begins to climb, people on the wall start throwing rocks and boulders down and stuff.
Right.
Kind of
Siege tactics.
Yeah. Right. They're pouring like oil and stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, this is a standard thing, right? Anyway, Carl, it's your turn.
I will hold action again.
Well, actually,
I'm gonna move up.
that's six. Yeah. This would be your 12. You could charge that one and get your attack at the end of your turn and be right in base-to-base contact with something.
Well,
You
I
don't have
don't.
to.
I don't need to be base.
So that's right. Don't listen to me. Or listen to me.
So I'm gonna
The
stay.
DM will lead you astray every time.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
your
gonna,
job.
I'm gonna stay back here.
But then that's how you get like one of my fondest memories is Ira's character leaping towards saving that possessed little girl and being falling victim to the sleep spell in midair and just crashing onto the ground.
I
So
was thinking
I'm gonna
haste.
take shots at it. I just
We're
want
gonna
to see.
be really bad.
I'm not
crazy
gonna
bad.
use any maneuver. Just shooting.
Okay.
Not even.
Okay.
The damage is there. I'm just not gonna add anything or use anything. Combat dice because I'm not sure if this will even work.
You know their AC is
Get the
18.
spellcasting mod.
And
Mine is
what's your
plus
bonus? So it's,
Yeah,
it's a magical weapon you roll, right?
Yeah.
Plus
Yours is
13.
listed on there. It'll be on the other page.
Hit.
And which one are you doing this to? The dark brown one?
Oh, I got 120.
Okay.
Got 13 will hit.
Three hits and one was in that
One's,
20, right?
one's a
I'll
crit.
say-
One's a crit and two not.
Okay.
So we'll resolve.
It's 16 now
first.
because Seven's got leveled up proficiency. Awesome.
You guys leveled up.
20,
You guys leveled up
What's
after
your
4d6.
My
I think
So
it's a
it's
little tall.
Yeah.
Spell save. Oh, that's
You guys are level 12 still, right?
Oh, 40 damage for the two non-crit.